Okay, is everyone able to hear me and see me both? People here in Platinum, awesome, perfect. Everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel once again. Today we are going to talk about part 2 of how to overcome addictions. Any addiction that you want, whether it's cigarettes, alcohol, mobile, human beings. Human beings are also bad addictions sometimes, right? So let's learn how to get over addictions. Before that, let's talk to some of the Platinum members who have already been attending with us the part 1. In fact, some of you on YouTube also who've been attending this program with me on part 1 few days ago. What results have you already got by attending part 1? What did we do in part 1? By the time some of you are gathering your results, let me do a quick recap for all of you. Before that, those of you who are meeting me for the very first time, my name is Mitesh Khatri. I and my wife Indu Khatri, we are law of attraction coaches and best-selling authors of this book, The Law of Attraction. So doing a quick recap in terms of what controls our addictions. Let's see if people can remember in the chat window what controls our addictions. Can anybody here tell me what are the two things that controls all our addictions? Doesn't matter what addictions. All our addictions are controlled by these two things. Let's see if somebody can tell me in the chat window. Waiting for your answer. Perfect. So some people have answered quickly. Nitin, Srihari in Platinum over here. Let's see if anybody's answered here in YouTube. Not yet. Okay, so the answer is pain and pleasure. That's right, pain and pleasure. The more we are going through pain and pleasure, which is controlling us, it is now controlling our addictions. How? Why do we go through any kind of an addiction in life? If you remember in part 1, I told you we are avoiding some pain by getting into that addiction. Example, we are stressed, we want to remove that stress. We are worried, we want to remove that worry. We are feeling lonely, we want to remove that feeling. We are feeling bored, we want to remove that feeling of boredom. So we are always engaging into a habitual thing, which is an addiction, only to remove that feeling. Sometimes it is as simple as basic pain. For an example, hunger can also be called as an addiction. When you have too much pain in your stomach of hunger, to remove that pain, you're eating food. Similarly, things can be with cup of tea, alcohol, anything. So part 1, why are we engaging into habits? To avoid pain. Second, why are we getting into that habit now other than avoiding pain? To experience pleasure. We're getting something out of it, right? Now, the first part which we learned that day on part 1 of how to overcome addictions is always remembering to break the illusion. What is the illusion? That the pain which you're running away from by getting into that addiction doesn't actually go away. So everyone do that exercise with me again. The pain which I'm trying to avoid, right hand on your heart, everyone repeat with me. The pain which I'm trying to avoid by engaging into this bad habit does not go away. It remains there. Believing that engaging into this activity removes that pain is an illusion. So engaging into this activity does not remove the pain. It is pointless getting into this activity. Right? Similarly, the second part was equally important. Right hand on your heart again and repeat with me, everyone. Engaging into this activity does not give me any pleasure. Whatever pleasure I get is very low quality and temporary. How many of you here are realizing all the pleasure that we get from bad habits is basically low quality pleasure, and it is temporary. It is so temporary that in a few minutes it's gone. Whether it's smoking, drinking, drugs, people, watching mobile, watching TV, Netflix, anything you talk about, in a few minutes that pleasure is gone, and then the next day you want it again, you want it again, you want it again, because that pleasure is not real. It is always temporary. It is always low quality. How many of you remember that now? Perfect. I'd asked some of you to do this exercise for 1 full week. Raise your virtual Zoom hand, everybody here in Zoom, and particularly Platinum group members who are here. If you did this exercise with me in part 1, what results have you already experienced? Let's see what results there are, and then we'll move on to today's lesson. So Shri, what did you do it for and what's your result?
My addiction is basically watching Prime Video. So means I did not watch Prime Video this whole week actually.
The whole week?
Yeah, means by that time. And actually whenever means in between I was sleeping, then I was actually means after waking up I was saying means oh सोने का है oh कुछ करना. Usually after waking up first thing I do is that means in the afternoon I watch
Right.
Prime Video.
So now why did you not watch during this week? What was going on in your mind?
as soon as I wake up, I thought I was Prime Video. Then I remember that whatever pressure I'm getting from Prime Video is very low quality. So instead, I watched your videos.
So instead you were watching courses videos. Okay, awesome.
Closer, and I was feeling
Awesome.
so energetic whole week actually. Otherwise, I would have been dull after watching the videos. Now
Yeah, so
I'm feeling
actually
so
you get more
energetic.
problem out of it.
Yeah, so power I am getting actually by not watching that.
Amazing. Congratulations. Everyone on
Thank
Platinum
you.
here, unmute, give them a high five, say congratulations for taking control of your frequency.
Congratulations for taking control of your people.
Congratulations.
All right. So who else in Platinum was here with me last week? Let's see what practices you've been doing this week and what results you've created this week. Anybody here wants to share? No? Okay, done. So in that case, now we are going to part 2 of today of overcoming addictions. First part is realizing to break that illusion of the pain that I'm running away from is not going away. The pleasure that I'm trying to engage into this activity for, I'm not even getting that pleasure. In fact, it's very low quality pleasure. That's part 1 of our exercise, which is day 1. Now, day 2 is very critical. This is where your addiction starts breaking, really breaking. The 2 parts of pain and pleasure now is, first part, everyone write down, what is the pain I'm getting by actually engaging into that activity? Most people are realizing there is some pain that you're getting by engaging into that activity, but we are avoiding to talk about that pain. Correct? For an example, somebody who smokes or somebody who drinks or somebody who watches too much TV or somebody who watches too much mobile, after they do that activity, do they get some disadvantage of doing that activity? Yes or no? Are they getting a lot of pain in doing that activity? Yes or no? But they're not enhancing that pain. They are hiding that pain. They're giving it anesthesia. That is why they're not leaving that activity. Why? If you really want to let go of any of your habits, here is what you need to do. Everyone repeat with me. The pain has to be unbearable. Repeat with me, everyone. The pain has to be unbearable. So if I'm engaging into this particular habit, it can be anything. Okay. If I'm engaging into this habit, and every time I close to this habit, I go close to this habit, and the pain that I get out of it is unbearable, will I engage into that activity anymore? No. But every time I go close to the habit and it's painful, but I also get some pleasure. Now will I engage into that activity? Yes, I will. Why? Because my brain is getting pain, but also getting a lot of pleasure by engaging into this activity. So now you need to clarify to your brain and break the illusion. First part, we have already broken the illusion that going to that activity does not remove any pain. Do you remember that? Going into that activity doesn't give me any pleasure. That was the first part, the part 1. In part 2, what we are now going to do with pain and pleasure is, first we are going to give ourselves more clarity on what is the pain we actually experience by getting into that activity. You will write that right now, and not only will you write it, you will repeat it loudly. And not only will you repeat it loudly, you will feel it intensely. The more you feel intensely that pain of getting into that activity, your pain has to get to a level where engaging into that activity becomes unbearable for you. Example, somebody who's getting into alcohol. Think, every time they drink, is there some pain, some discomfort that they experience? Yes or no? Start telling me in the chat window, whether you're on YouTube or Zoom, doesn't really matter. Start telling me in the chat window, what pain do people receive after drinking? First is regret, right? Second, losing control. Third, headache in the morning. Fourth, losing their reputation. Fifth, losing self-esteem, feeling bad about themselves every single day, right? Losing money, impacting their career. Guilt, a lot of guilt they are going through all the time. They're losing their confidence in life. They're not able to focus on work as much as they can. They're not able to give quality time to their family. They're becoming short-tempered and they're creating too many conflicts with their family. How many of you realizing these are all pain points of alcohol? Yes or no? The problem is the person who's drinking is not being fully aware of this pain. They are feeling the pain, but they're avoiding the activity that, oh, no, there's no pain. They are telling themselves, drinking is pleasure, drinking is pleasure. The more they say drinking is pleasure, they will move towards drinking. But now what they have to do is they have to start saying drinking is painful. But simply saying drinking is painful will not help. You need to write down at least 10 reasons why drinking is painful. The more you write that down, your brain says, why am I even getting into this activity? This is too painful. For human mind, we are naturally moving away from pain, moving towards pleasure. It's as simple as that. How many of you agree with that? Right? Let's take an example of an alcoholic who's having a meeting for a promotion, maybe. Now, when he's having a meeting for a promotion with his boss, that time he's not drinking. Why not? Because the pain of losing the job is bigger than the pain of not having alcohol. Yes or no? So we're always controlled by pain and pleasure. So whenever you are going through an addiction, always remember this: all emotions are lies. Your pain and pleasure is a lie. You can control your pain and pleasure. If you focus too much on the fact that drinking is painful, and you give yourself 100 reasons for that, and you highlight those reasons and you focus on those reasons, you start feeling them intensely. Example, let's say somebody has come home late. How many of you sometimes realize when your loved ones sometimes come home late, you get worried about them? Yes or no? Now, if you focus on that worry too much and you start coming up with negative reasons, what if they've gone through an accident? What if something has gone wrong? Oh, there's rain on the way. What if they got stuck in the way? Oh, they don't even have the right raincoat. They don't even have it. Now, the more you're coming up with points to think negative, are you intensely feeling worried and negativity and fear? Yes or no? See, we do this in our normal life. Now, let's use that to our advantage. Today, what I want you to do as an exercise right now is I want you to write down on your notepads with full speed, what is the pain that you get by engaging into that bad activity? Whether it is laziness, whether it is watching movies, whether it is watching mobile, whether it is anything in life. What's the pain that you're getting out of it? The problem is you've not been telling yourself what that pain is. You've not been focusing on the pain. You've been focusing too much on the pleasure. Now let's focus a lot on the pain, so you intensely feel this activity is unbearable. How many of you are ready to focus on it right now? Raise your hands. Okay, perfect. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to switch off my video right now and I'm going to play some music for all of you. And when my music is on, all I need you to do is start writing that with full speed. So here we go. Now, keep going, everyone. Write down as many painful reasons as you can. What is the pain that you get by engaging into this activity? Exaggerate it. Feel it. Say it loudly as you're writing it. Focus on it. Everyone on YouTube, I hope you're doing the exercise. If yes, just type in yes in the chat window so I know that you're still with me and working on the exercise. Give yourself more than 10 reasons why engaging into this bad habit has been painful for you. Now, if you've written down the past pain and the current pain, now write down the future pain. What more will go wrong in your life if you keep engaging into this activity? What will you lose physically? What will you lose financially? What will you lose emotionally? What will you lose in your relationships? What will you lose in your career? What will you lose in your money if you keep engaging into this activity? People on Platinum who are with me in Zoom, try to be on video so there is accountability. I know that you're doing the activity. I hope you're writing. Perfect. Shruti, Madhuri, Safura, Preet, Archana, Prats, Mukta, I hope you're writing. Okay, perfect. So I'm coming back. I'm back on video, everyone. Have you written at least 10 reasons why this is painful? So for an example, we have a question here, addiction for a person. What are the negative traits that waiting, frustration, talking to others, creating jealousy? Is it right? Yes, there can be more. The more I'm addicted to a negative person, my self-esteem goes down. The more I'm addicted to another person, I am taking away my power of making a choice of what I want in my life. I am not practicing my yang energy every time I'm getting addicted to a negative person. I am losing too much energy thinking and feeling bad about that person. I'm getting hurt by that person again and again. I'm allowing that person's negativity in me, which is controlling my frequency and screwing up my attraction in my life. Is that a lot of pain in my life? Yes or no, everyone? See, we're just not realizing how much pain we are in right now because of that negative activity, whether that's a person or a mobile or a thing or anything. Now that you've done this, here's what I would like you to do. Let's focus on the second part now. What is the pleasure that you will get if you don't engage in this activity? Unfortunate part is, like yesterday, I was talking to a friend of mine who's kind of addicted to alcohol. And I told him, I said, I'm doing this video YouTube live on how to overcome addictions. I said, why don't you come for it? He said, Naire Baba, alcohol is one thing. I love it. I really love it. I don't want to let go of it. So you see what's going on with him is, one, he's hiding the pain that he's going through. Do you think he's also going through pain, everyone? Yeah, absolutely. I guarantee you that. The problem is he's hiding that pain from him because he keeps telling himself, everyone take your hands like this. The pain of alcohol is too less. The pleasure of alcohol is too high. That's what he tells himself. But is that really true? No, that's an illusion that he's living in. The more he lives in that illusion, the more it destroys him. Correct? So what does he need to do now? Everyone take your hands like this. The pain of drinking is too high. The pleasure of drinking is too low. In fact, the pleasure of not drinking is too high. Is that right? So let's try that now. Everyone write down on your notepads. Once again, I'm going to start the music for you. My video is going off. Write down what is the pleasure that you would experience in your life if you would go out of that activity. Again, giving that alcohol habit since we started that part one. If let's say a person stops drinking, what's the pleasure that they will get? First, personal confidence goes up like crazy. I remember when I quit smoking for the first time, my confidence went up like crazy. Like I believe if I can do this, I can do anything in my life, right? Second, start improving on your health drastically. This is not like a small improvement. It's like a huge improvement in health when someone stops drinking. Yes or no? They can now start focusing on higher quality of pleasure in their career. They can actually start succeeding in things that they only dreamt about before. They can now start improving the quality of relationships in their family with them, right? So there are so many benefits that they can experience. Now they need to start writing this down and believing in it and feeling it. But before that, let's start identifying what is the pleasure that all of you can get by not engaging into that activity. Everyone clear about this? Perfect. So here we go. My video is off again. Music is on again. Here we go. What is the pleasure that you will get by not engaging into that activity? What are the benefits that you will get today? What are the benefits that you will get in the coming years? What positive pleasure benefits will you get in the area of your health, relationships, career, money? Don't stop. Write as many pleasure reasons as you can, as many benefits as you can. Think about future benefits. Think about present benefits. Think about benefits to you. Think about benefits to your relationships. Think about benefits to your children. Think about benefits that you can create in the society. Think about benefits that you can create in your financial life and your career. Yeah, so the benefit probably would be making more money, focusing on being rich. Okay, I'm back. Now, how many people have written down all your pleasure habits here? Raise your hands. People on YouTube also say yes in the chat window if you have. Excellent. Now, here's what I want you to do. This next part of the exercise is the integration exercise, which will start breaking your limiting beliefs in your head. They will really start breaking those addictions in this moment. But before that, request. Request is you will have to do this activity 100%. How many of you promise me that? Type in IP, I promise in the chat window, everyone. With your body language, you'll have to do this 100%. Some of you who are on Zoom with me, try to be on video now. I know half the members are on YouTube, are on video. Half the members, for some family reasons, are not on video. That's fine, it's late night, but at least for this part of the exercise for the next 3 minutes. If you can be on video and do this powerfully, it would make so much a difference even to the other people who are on YouTube, because they can't see other people on YouTube live, but they can see you live. Just the visual of how you will do this activity will transform their life as well. Okay, so try to be on video, and here is the activity that we are going to do now. Take a blank page, everyone, and write down the statements that I'm telling you. Take a blank page, write down the statements I'm telling you. From now on, I will never engage in this. Now I'm going to use a little bad word here by choice, so don't feel bad about it. Bullshit, self-destructing addiction. From now on, I will never engage in this bullshit, self-destructing addiction. Or you can even write the word habit. Because. So I'm showing this to you on screen to help you understand this. Let's make this. Okay, here we go. So from now on, I will never engage in this bullshit, self-destructing habit because. Everyone repeat that statement with me loudly, please. From now on, I will never engage in this bullshit, self-destructing habit because. So try to remember the statement again. I will never engage in this bullshit, self-destructing habit because. Now this time, say it with a little bit of power, everyone on Zoom here. Come on with me, Platinum members, high standards, come on. From now on, I will never engage in this bullshit, self-destructing habit of because. Now, what habit? You need to add that word over there, which is your habit. Are we clear, everyone? So here's what we're going to do. Stand up, everyone. People who are on YouTube also need to stand up. I will be switching off my video again. And what I want you to do now is when the music is on for full 3 minutes, I want you to read loudly that from now on, I will never engage in this bullshit, self destructing habit of alcohol, for an example, because. And after because, I want you to say, because it is giving me so much pain. And now, what pain? I want you to read the first part of the activity that we did today. Everyone, remember, you wrote down all the pain that you will experience if you engage in that activity. Do you remember that? So, for an example, the reason I want to get away from this habit is because every time I drink, I feel regret instantly. All night, I'm in guilt. When I get up in the morning, I'm feeling a headache. It's destroying my self consciousness. It's destroying my self esteem. It's affecting my personal confidence. It's affecting my focus in my career. I'm getting irritated at my family members all the time. And I'm hating myself for it every single day. So, this way, with a lot of passion, with a lot of energy, I want you to say all that pain loudly. Now, you're going to repeat the pain 2 times. How many times? Everyone, show me your hands. 2 times. Okay. And then you will repeat the pleasure. That time again, you will say, from now on, I will never engage in this bullshit, self destructing habit of because. Not engaging into this habit gives me this amazing pleasure of so much self esteem in my life. I get so much more confidence in myself. I'm able to focus on my career. I'm able to have an amazing family life. I am proud of myself now because I don't engage in this habit. My family members are proud of me now because I'm not engaged in this habit. My life is so much better without this habit. So the pleasure, you have to again read 2 times of not engaging into this habit. Everyone clear about that? Give me a thumbs up. Perfect. This activity is super powerful, but I cannot explain the power in words. You only have to experience the power. So people who are here on Zoom with me, try to be on video. The more you're on video, the more I'm able to see you that you're going through this physical passion activity, the more you will get results. So people on YouTube, type in IP. I promise that you will do this with full passion, even though I can't see you. I'm trusting you that you're doing it with full passion, with full body language. Ready? So here we go. I am switching off my video so you can continue seeing this words over there. I will enlarge this for you. All right. Ready, everyone? 1, 2, and 3. And repeat it loudly from now on. I will never engage in this bullshit, self-destructing habit of because. Say it loudly. What are you losing in your life because of engaging into this bad habit? Come on. Don't stop repeating the bad habits till I tell you. Don't stop repeating the pain till I tell you. Say it in a manner that feels painful. Come on. Don't go to the pleasure part. Keep saying the painful part. Repeat it again until I tell you. Use more passion. Come on. Last 10 seconds. Give it all the pain you can. All right. Now stop everyone. And this time again, you're going to repeat the statement. Let me come back on video for a second here. And here we go. So this time again, you will start with the statement, from now on, I will never engage in this bullshit, self-destructive habit of because. And now this time you're going to say, because not engaging into this habit gives you a lot of pleasure. Now, what is that pleasure? What is that benefit? What is that amazing reward that you go? You have to say it loudly, say it with passion, feel that pleasure, feel happy about it. Are you ready, everyone? Give me a thumbs up. So once again, do it till the music stops, do it till the time I stop you. So 1, 2, and go. Say the pleasure with a lot of happiness, a lot of confidence, more passion. Come on. Don't stop. Keep repeating the pleasure. Forty seconds left. Double that pleasure. Smile. Feel that happiness. Say it loudly. Okay, time up, everyone. I'm coming back. And here I am. All right. Everyone who's specially on Zoom here, unmute, give me one word. How are you feeling?
Awesome.
Some amazing.
Achievement.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Big achievement.
Great.
All right. So how many of you feel very confident that you can break this addiction? Yes? Awesome. So now the last part of this, of today's exercise. Let's do an integration of what we did in part 1 and today. The music is going to go on again, and here's what I want you to do. You will first do the first part which you made notes on the day 1. Do you remember the day 1 video? So the day 1 was about, take your right hand again, everyone, and say, the pain which I'm trying to avoid is not going away by engaging in this activity. Now, this is just a statement, but you need to say all that pain which you wrote last time. Do you remember that? For an example, some of you wrote, I'm trying to avoid the feeling of loneliness. I'm trying to avoid the feeling of boredom. I'm trying to avoid the feeling of stress, pain. But engaging into this activity is not taking that pain away. You need to say that again and again right now. Once. Second time, you will say, the pleasure that I think I'm getting into this activity is very low quality and temporary. What is that pleasure? Say that pleasure once. So I repeat, the pain that you're avoiding from this activity is an illusion. The pain is not going away. Repeat that once. The pleasure that you think you're getting from this activity is an illusion. Repeat that once. Then after that, you will immediately repeat the statement. From now on, I will never engage in this bullshit and self-destructing habit of because. You will once repeat the pain that you get by getting into this habit and the pleasure that you get by not getting into this habit. Everyone clear about the whole sequence now? So we're doing all the 4 steps in one go one time. Everyone clear again? I'll repeat one last time. All the pain that you've been trying to avoid is not going away. What is that pain? You have to say it once. What is the pleasure that you think you're getting into this activity is an illusion, it's temporary, it's low quality. You have to say that once. That's two parts from part one. Second part, today, two parts. From now on, I will never engage in this bullshit and negative and self-destructing habit of, because it gives me this pain. What is the pain? Read it once. What is the pleasure by not engaging into this activity? Read it once. These are the 4 steps that we complete now in 3 minutes only, because you're going to say all of it only one time. Everyone clear? Perfect. Stand up again. Stand up again. And after you stand up, everyone jump a little bit. Come on, people on YouTube also, everyone jump a little bit. Take your hands like this. Say, yes, I'm ready. Come on, say, yes, I'm ready. Okay, so here we go. I am putting myself away from camera, but you will still see the words here. Ready, everyone? Your 3 minutes starts now. Go. What is the pain that you think you're avoiding but is not going away by engaging into this activity? Repeat that pain loudly. What is the pleasure which you think you're getting into this activity, but it's an illusion? It's temporary. It's low quality. What is that pleasure? Say it loudly. And now coming to that statement. From now on, I will never engage in this bullshit, self-destructive habit of, because. What's the pain you're getting into that habit? Say it loudly. Now repeat loudly, what is the pleasure that you will get if you don't engage into this activity? Say it loudly, give me more energy, 20 seconds left. Okay, coming back to video. All right, so absolutely crazy activity. So after this integration, everyone give me one word in the chat window, people on YouTube, Zoom, everyone. How are you feeling? What's your confidence level for breaking this addiction now? And after you give me that one word, what I also want is some of you who are on Zoom here with me in Platinum Group, raise your virtual Zoom hand. We end the session as usual by sharing how was the session for you? What was your realization? How was your experience? What are you feeling? Raise your virtual Zoom hand so we can inspire other people by sharing what you're feeling, and then we'll end the session today. So let's go. Who wants to start the sharing for today? Trupti, let's go. Yes, Trupti, go for it.
Yes, so I did the exercise with my addiction of being lazy, and really worked very well. And I would say that this has to happen today, because today is the day when I actually gained back my power and came back with full-fledged practicing all the modalities from the scratch.
Awesome.
And this happened. So I think it has to happen for me.
Were you there in day one also?
No, I missed it,
No,
but I
you're not
could
there.
recover, and I actually did that activity while doing the
Awesome.
today's activity. So I finished that Pain and Pleasure, and I could relate that I'm feeling more powerful, more authentic, more responsible during this integration process. So thank you so
Perfect.
much.
So feeling the energy
Grateful.
to take action?
Absolutely. Taken, started, and now going to go
Excellent.
all
Excellent.
out.
Thank you for sharing. Everyone unmute, give her a high five, say congratulations for taking control of your frequency.
Congratulations for taking
Congratulations on
Frequency.
the frequency.
All right. So let's go to Manjushri. Let's see how you're feeling. Yes, Manjushri, what did you work on?
Thank you so much, sir. The sharing I wanted to do is this is like amazing technique. I really wanted this because I was struggling with this habit of not getting up early for quite some time. I've been trying a couple of things like water bottle and everything, manifestation, affirmation. But what you did today is like that bullshit word. It's like I don't want to engage in this bullshit habit of getting up late. So that really helped and the way you took from you took to the pain first, so I could see myself, oh, I'm hiding these emotions, I'm cheating myself, I'm not keeping my commitment.
Correct.
I always promise, so every night I will promise, okay Manju, tomorrow you have to get up early, and I'll break my own words. So now I know how to deal with it. And so you took to the pain first and then now to the pleasure, so I'm able to clearly see the comparison, what
And the
is
motive
required.
behind
So
getting up early in the morning.
yes. Yes. So thank you so much.
Most welcome. Congratulations. Everyone unmute. Give her a high five. Congratulations for taking control of your frequency.
Congratulations for taking
Congratulations for taking care of yourself.
Okay, Rahul, let's go. Yes, Rahul.
Yes, thank you so much, sir, for this. It was amazing. I realized my mistake where I am doing right, and last time also you shared with me what mistake which I am doing. So after doing this exercise, my mind, open up. So what pleasure will have in my life if I will, do this activity, and what pain I will have to face if I will continue with this.
That's right.
And not asking so many questions directly, or not taking help from you.
That's
so
right.
keep doing this, so I will have a lot of pain which I will not be able to achieve my dream which I want to achieve with
That's
you.
right.
So yes, after doing this I realize it's the right time.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So it's
Glad you broke that
frequency
addiction.
yes, frequency that match and attended this session. Thank you so much, sir.
Perfect. Thank you. Everyone, you know what you have to say. Congratulations for upgrading your frequency.
Congratulations for upgrading your frequency.
All right, let's take a couple of more before we leave for the day. So, Nivedita, let's go.
Yes, sir. Thank
Yeah.
you, sir. The session was mind-blowing. And as Trupti said, I also did it for my laziness. Because of laziness, I was not doing even anything. Even I was not sharing my experiences also. I never share a lot. I just share some experience with you also. As in group, I am not active at all. So all these things, now I can understand why I was not doing because of my laziness. I was not able to take actions which I supposed to take to grow, means to be the best version of myself.
Correct.
So now I realize my mistakes. I realize the pain associated with it also, and I realize the pleasure which I will get in future by overcoming this addiction of laziness. So thank you, sir. The session was awesome, and I really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much. Everyone, unmute. Congratulations for upgrading your frequency.
Congratulations
for
for
upgrading
upgrading
your
your frequency.
All right, one last for the day. We've got Srihari. Yes, Srihari, go for it.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for this session. Sir, before this, already I think it has been broken, most of the addiction. So the session was very nice. The second part, I just want to tell you that before this part, actually I experienced the pressure of not watching the Prime Video, because I experienced how energetic I was. Previously, after watching, I was actually, it was like this कि एक वीडियो देख लूंगा तो हो जाएगा टाइप ऑफ, वो एक वीडियो हो जाता
चलता ही
है,
रहता है, चलता ही रहता है।
बचता है। तो अभी वो नहीं वॉच किया ना, तो पूरा सेशन में ऐसा लगा कि इतना एनर्जेटिक है, सबसे कम्युनिकेट प्रॉपर्ली कर रहा हूँ, पार्टिसिपेट कर रहा हूँ. So that was the basic learning for me.
Amazing. Congratulations. Everyone unmute, give him a high five. Congratulations for controlling your frequency.
Congratulations for controlling your
Congratulations
For controlling your frequency.
Thanks, brother.
Okay, I hope I've not missed anybody here in Platinum. Okay, great. So before we close for the day, let's understand why this activity is so powerful. What is the word motivation? Everyone write down motive plus action equals motivation. So when there is a motive, then people take action. If there is no motive, there is no action. That's one part of it. The second part is stronger the motive, stronger the action, stronger the motivation. A lot of times we are not able to take action in our life to stop something or to start something, both, is because we don't have motive for something. What is motive? Very simple word, reasons. Everyone write down the word reasons, karan. जितने ज्यादा कारण, जितने ज्यादा reasons, उतना बड़ा आपका motive. Correct? What did we do today? We wrote down, I will never engage in this bullshit, self-destructive habit of because. What is the pain that I will go through? I'm writing down all that pain. These are all number of reasons why I don't want to engage into that habit. Is that right, everyone? So that's your motive. The motive has to get clear. The motive was there earlier, but it was hidden. You were hiding that pain in your life. Now we also wrote down, I will never engage in this bullshit, self-destructive habit of because this is the benefit that I will get. What is the benefit? You wrote down all your benefits and then you shouted them loudly. Because you shouted them loudly, the clarity was there in your head in terms of, this is my motive. This is why I don't want to engage in this activity. Is everyone clear about why it worked? Right? That's the science behind it. So what I now want you to do is this full week, repeat this again. This whole process, especially the last part that you did with me, the whole integration of day 1 and day 2, that activity has to be done twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening. You can also do it by directly watching this video on YouTube. Now, all of you have access to my YouTube channel. Directly play this video on YouTube. Go to that point where I'm playing that last 1 minute and just do that 1 minute. It's not 1 minute, it's full 3 minutes where you're doing the integration of day 1 and day 2, which we just did the last activity. Do that twice in a day. How many of you promise to do this at least twice in a day? Especially if you can do it with the video on YouTube, it'll be even more powerful because that way then you can't goof up with that activity. How many of you promise to do it twice a day, full week? Promise? Yes? Excellent. Next week, we'll make sure that we make it even more powerful. That's going to be the last session of overcoming addictions. But is it already getting very powerful? Awesome. Thank you very much, everyone. I had a great time talking to all of you. I know it's late evening, but look at the energy. The energy is really crazy when you have this kind of motive in life, right? Awesome. So before we leave, especially on Platinum here, before we unmute, before we leave, let's say good night and I love you to all.
Good
Let's go.
night.
Good night. I
and
love you all.
happy
Thank
everyone.
you.
Bye bye
All
everyone.
take care. Thank you very
Bye
much.
bye.
See you soon.